I want to start this video by saying this isn't a dig at tank players. I used to play a fair bit of tank back in the original Overwatch, and I even played tank in the earlier seasons of Overwatch 2. But as of recent, playing tank is absolutely miserable. It feels like your kills are purely cosmetic, and sometimes it can be downright impossible to secure kills against other tanks because of how much the health pool has increased. If your team isn't helping you, good luck trying to kill anything by yourself. I'll get into the main reasons why it feels miserable to play tank in a minute, because believe me, the health pool being increased isn't even scraping the surface. But first, I'm going to ask you to subscribe and leave a like on this video, as I want to continue making Overwatch 2 related content that's not only entertaining, but educational too. Now, there's not really one specific reason that playing tank feels bad at the minute. It's really a mix of things. As I mentioned before, the health pool being increased has made it feel like it takes half a match to kill some enemies sometimes because some tanks just don't do enough damage. But another reason is that tanks are also receiving a hell of a lot more damage this season thanks to the new DPS passive and the current meta. If you're being attacked by a DPS, you receive 20% less healing from supports, which makes it harder for them to stabilize you. So if you're playing a tank with barely any means of mitigation, let's say Doomfist for example, you're gonna get absolutely smoked because your supports can't keep you up for long enough to get value out of it, so they resort to dealing damage themselves. This is a current trend in the game, supports dealing a lot more damage than they are healing. Because if there's no enemies to shoot you, you don't need healing because your passive healing starts to kick in after 5 seconds out of combat. The problem is that this goes both ways, and if the enemy team has a Zenyatta, this match is going to be absolutely dreadful because you're just going to get sent back to spawn over and over again if you don't take him out first. Now, I want to briefly go back to the fact that some tanks simply don't deal enough damage because this actually limits your choice of who to play in the current match. Yes, I know that playing tanks isn't all about securing kills and is more so about making space for your team to play in order to get the objective, but getting kills makes your job a hell of a lot easier because it's less enemies for your team to worry about. I'm going to use Sigma as an example here because I think he's one of the tanks that actually packs quite a punch and can zone enemies pretty well. Securing kills as Sigma is pretty easy because he still deals a fair bit of damage, and his shield being deployable thing allows him to force enemies to play in a specific point of the map. But, and here's the kicker, Sigma only reaches full potential when his team is supporting him and helping him deal damage because he can't do it all by himself. Yes, he's one of the stronger tanks and can win 1v1s most of the time, but it can take a little while for the 1v1 to end depending on who he's fighting. I think the last thing I really want to touch on is the fact that in some cases, mitigation can be kind of hard because of how much damage is being thrown your way. This season more so, it feels like shields are made out of glass sometimes because of how fast they break. And before you comment, yeah, that's the whole point, you're meant to break shields, I know. But it'd be nice to turn a corner as Rant and not have my shield broken in 2.1 nanoseconds by some random bullshit. Let me have fun. Please. Wait, I'm playing Overwatch. Never mind. One day this game will be fun. Maybe. Possibly. But that just about does it for this video. So, to sum it up, at the minute, playing tank is a real Sisyphus moment. It's just a constant uphill battle to try and secure kills whilst not dying yourself. But it takes a good 5 minutes to actually get a kill because of how much the health pool increasing has changed the flow of the game. Do I think this is a bad thing? No. But when a tank gets shredded and can't really do anything to prevent it because gimmick heroes are in meta, looking at you, Zen, the game becomes boring because it's the same loop over and over again, just like it was in Season 8. Maybe it is a skill issue, maybe it isn't. But either way, it's very annoying, and I can understand why people don't enjoy playing tank at the moment compared to the previous seasons. Anyways, thanks for watching. Once again, I'm going to ask you to like this video, as it lets me know that you find this video not only to be helpful, but entertaining. Let me know what you think about tanks at the moment in the comments. Do you think there's a huge problem with them, or do you think that people are just over-exaggerating? Finally, have a nice day or night if you're watching this at night, and make sure to check out my other videos. Not only will I appreciate it, but you might too.